Well, let's talk a little bit more about Ariel Castro. I interviewed his former daughter-in-law the other night, and she was really revealing. I thought actually one of the more revealing interviews so far since this story broke, because she detailed all the abuse that her former mother-in-law and her former husband had endured at the hands of Ariel Castro, and it went way beyond the kind of, and I don't use this word in any light way, average domestic violence, if you like, that perhaps we all had been suckered into believing he had perpetrated. This was proper, pretty vile abuse that was going on.
Yeah, I wrote a book once called Obsession, had to do exactly with this subject matter. And there are people who are in relationships today that are being abused and controlled by husbands. They have to tell them when they leave the house, they give them a certain amount of money, you better not spend beyond this money. They check the odometer, on their car. But this is going way, way beyond the extreme amount of violence exhibited on his, on his wife. And what was interesting is the people within this environment, other children within the environment. Will it impact them? Will it impact them in their lives? And what we end up seeing is one of the daughters, in fact, nearly kills one of her children, an infant, years later. And what always is a debate, is it a nature-nurture thing? Well, I can tell you from the people I've interviewed, you can't really say that everyone falls at the hands of someone who's extremely violent will turn into a violent anything. But I can say from the people who I have interviewed, on death row or in prisons around the country, most of them will have some type of violence, psychological, physical violence, sexual violence in the background. However, I'm kind of tough on this because I still don't believe it should be a mitigating factor. They still have the ability to make choices, and it's free will, and they're making these choices, and it's the wrong choices.